What is up, everyone? Welcome to Heroes Avenue. My name is Darren, and today is very short. I couldn't really find that many topics to talk about today, so for that, I'm going to end this video off with a question, and then I'm going to give you my my thoughts on that question. All right, and I would love for you guys to jump in and tell me what you guys think, but I will reveal that later. And before I get started, I do want to let you guys know again that we are doing a new posting schedule where we post on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, and then we're gonna read your comments on Sunday. So if you're in the on this video, especially if you're writing comments, it could be featured in our Sunday show, as well as if you do ask us any questions on any of our platforms, our social media platforms, those will definitely be on our Sunday video. All right, so let's get to it. So our first story is basically a follow-up from yesterday. So yesterday, I guess Tuesday, I talked about how DC is rumored to be developing a Justice Society movie, and I just want to follow up and kind of say how I think this is actually a smart idea for DC. And so basically, I think this movie, because it is set, it was first, Justice Society was first created in the 1940s, the golden age of superheroes and comic books. I think this movie would be a period piece. I think some of you guys have mentioned that in the comments below, but I really do feel like they could definitely do that, something similar to the Watchmen and how they did it, but more of a lighter version, because we already explored how dark superheroes could be with the Zack Snyder movie with Watchmen. So I think this would be a period piece set in the 1940s, and since it's back then, I think it could definitely explore or have Wonder Woman be featured in there. I think having her included, I think just for like a one-time thing, like a little small cameo, just helping them out, or maybe the JSA they run into, or they somehow adventure off to Themyscira or something like that. I think that would be really cool just to see her in there. And I think the fact that the general audience doesn't really know the JSA and who they are, even comic book fans, they don't really know that much about them, or at least they're not their favorite, or at least they're not their favorite DC team up. And so they are kind of obscure, they're kind of different, just because they are much Silver Age characters. And I think the fact that they're very unknown or not the most favorite, DC can definitely do a lot with them. There's no huge expectation like, oh, you didn't get that character right, oh, they don't look, they're doing it wrong or whatever. They're not gonna be faced with that. I mean, some people will definitely complain about certain attributes of characters, but for the most part, they do have some flexibility and can kind of change things up a bit. And we did see how how people reacted with changing the sexuality of Alan Scott in the New 52. I think a lot of people embraced it, especially I did. I think it was very different for that character. It brought that that modern element to it, and it worked for me. Maybe not for others, but I think the majority definitely embraced it. And so that's something that they could do. I mean, I'm not going to say that they're going to make him homosexual when the movie does come out, but I think they could definitely change the things and make it fit within our times now. And so I think it's a great idea. And then maybe at that point, if DC again is going to be in a different spot, the narrative's going to change, and then we're going to get the the JLA or even the Justice League come back. I think that would be perfect. And so I think this is a great idea for just for DC to bring back a solid superhero team that has like 5 members in there, and just kind of rewriting their wrongs and what they did with Justice League, and they're they're going to rewrite their wrongs with Suicide Squad with James Gunn, and hopefully that it executes well. And so I have no doubt in mind that's going to do good. So I just want to talk about that and kind of just follow up on that topic, just because I think Justice Society is so refreshing, and just bringing things back and just going back to how comics used to look like. That's something that Marvel hasn't explored at all. And so DC has another chance of beating them to the punch, because they're beating them to the punch with a character like Shazam already. So, and they did it with Wonder Woman as well, being the first female lead superhero, and Justice Society is definitely that next step. And yeah, all right, so that is that topic. And the next topic that I want to talk about is this Namor and Illuminati rumor that's coming out right now. So Namor is I guess is being rumored right now from Scott Derrickson himself. He actually posted a tweet and then he deleted it, which pretty much it was you know, Scott Derrickson. He is the he was the director of Doctor Strange, the first movie, and he recently tweeted a picture of a Fear Itself cover of Namor and Doctor Strange in like they're swimming in water, and he deleted it, maybe because, you know, he's kind of hinting to the sequel. And yeah, people are getting like excited. Even I kind of predicted that this is where they would go, just because, you know, I mean, like Aquaman was a huge success, and Marvel's like, ding ding ding, we should definitely do Namor now. We should do it. Like that's a, you know, everyone's gonna just, you know, it's just how business works, right? Once they see something successful, they're gonna try to copy it, and or they'll see that, you know, it worked, and so they're gonna try to do it themselves. And so I think it was only a matter of time for Namor to come to the big screen. I guess they just had to wait for all the rights to come back to Marvel for this one. It's just perfect timing as well, because, you know, Namor is a mutant, so I would assume that Fox had that property, I think. And so it's pretty much, it's crazy how the timing worked out. Aquaman just got released. Disney finally got the rights back, or Marvel just got the rights back from Fox with all the X-Men characters, and so it was only a matter of time. And so with that being said, I guess the Illuminati, Marvel's Illuminati, is being rumored, and it's just perfect timing again, just because if you guys aren't familiar, the Illuminati is it's a superhero group that is a secret that works behind the scenes. And one of the storylines from the Illuminati, which was created by Brian Michael Bendis, I guess he made a story where it has something to do with Infinity Stones. And man, I mean, Endgame is coming up, and it's just perfect timing again. And so so basically in the comics, there was a point where I think, I forgot who got the Infinity Stones, but the Illuminati, each member of the Illuminati, so the Illuminati is made up of many characters. So there's Black Panther, there's Namor, there's Doctor Strange, there's Xavier, there is Tony Stark, and the list goes on, right? And so after the Infinity Gauntlet, each character or each member of the Illuminati got a stone, and they were to hit it and just, you know, hide it so no one else could get it and bring it together again. I think that's a perfect storyline for them to go into after Endgame, especially with, you know, all the X-Men, especially with Marvel getting all the rights back. You know, you could put in Namor in there because he's one of the members, and then you got Xavier. And I mean, Black Bolt's in there, but he doesn't, I mean, the Black Bolt and the Inhumans don't even be near the big screen for the time being. But the fact that they could use those characters in the Illuminati is just perfect for them to do that. And so there's a rumor recently that Marvel is developing an Illuminati team movie, and so let's see how that works out. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. Alright, so the question that I want to bring up for this video is, so which animated movie should DC make that is similar to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse? So I created my own top 5 movies that DC should make into an animated movie. So I'm just going to go down the list right here. So first is Kyle Rayner. 1, just because he is a Green Lantern, and 2, no one really knows him. And because of those 2 elements, I think it would be a perfect way for DC to explore a different character other than Hal Jordan and John Stewart, because we keep getting those. And I think you know, exploring Kyle Rayner and how different he is compared to the rest of the Green Lanterns, and because he's an artist, you know, and the fact that is going to, you know, hypothetically this would be a animated movie, they would go crazy with it. Just embrace the animation of how he makes his constructs, and it would just be perfect. And so also the fact that, you know, this is a Green Lantern movie, DC could test out the waters on how the audience reacts to it as well. And so I think that would be a perfect way to do that, and they could even explore different sectors of the universe in space, and they could explore different colors of the spectrum as well, the emotional spectrum. So you got, you know, the yellow lanterns, the red lanterns, the blue lanterns, and they just keep going, and then end off with, you know, Kyle Rayner becoming the White Lantern at the end. That would be really perfect. But yeah, I think that would be a great way to, you know, test out the waters for DC. That will definitely save them, you know, $200+ million of before they actually go into a live action movie and see how, you know, the audience, you know, reacts to that. But I think that'll be a great way to do that. A/B testing, pretty much. All right, so the next superhero that I came up with was Animal Man. So Animal Man, you know, he is definitely a obscure character. I mean, even Grant Morrison, he wrote his book, and that book was hella good. It was rated really pretty well, and that just pretty much fits Grant Morrison's style, right? Because the fact that Animal Man, he explores the rot, which is pretty much like a world or a dimension of rotten things. So you have like dead animals walking around this world. It could go really dark and creepy. If you guys aren't familiar of Animal Man, sorry, but you know, Animal Man, he's pretty much a superhero that takes on animal-like skills and, you know, their abilities. So if he wants to run fast, he could, you know, get abilities of a cheetah. If he wants to fly, then he would get abilities of a hawk or something like that. So and so I think that would be perfect for him. And the fact that, you know, it would be an animated movie, they would just make it really dark and crazy with the different worlds he goes into. And they could also bring in Swamp Thing, because Swamp Thing and Animal Man have a relationship, because there's also a world called the Green, which is like pretty much, you know, explores like the plant life. All right, so the next superhero that I think should become a animated movie would be the Super Sons. So it's pretty much Superman's son and Batman's son teaming up together and going on adventure and fighting crime and stuff like that. And the fact that this is also an ongoing book would go perfectly, because it would go well for their marketing. You know, they don't have to spend more money on, you know, developing a new comic book to introduce to, or to reintroduce people into, like how they're doing with, you know, like how they're doing with how they do with the Guardians of the Galaxy. Like they brought that book back just to, you know, advertise the movie. But with this, you know, Super Sons is already out. You don't have to really change much, but just started with a #1 issue. And I think it'll be great. You know, they could go on missions together. You know, the audience could see the different personalities, you know, just meshing with each other. And it would be a great way for them to go on adventures on their, you know, exploring their father's enemies, and or even seeing what their fathers do. And so I think it will be really great. And I think, you know, this book is also successful as well. So it wouldn't be a bad idea to just, you know, capitalize on what you're doing well already. All right, so the third or fourth thing that I want to talk about, or that I would want as an animated movie, is this Batman Beyond, pretty much. So Batman Beyond, I think, would be perfect. I mean, this movie keeps getting brought up. You know, the fans want it. I want it. You know, we just want this to be, you know, we just want this movie to come back, or this character come back. I want to see Terry McGinnis again. I mean, this movie keeps getting rumored, or people want Michael Keaton to come back as Batman, and then just having, you know, cast a younger Batman. And you know, it could be like an Elseworld thing as well. You know, I'm assuming this, I'm talking as if this is a live action, but if they do it as an animated movie, it would go perfectly, just because they could go off of what they've done in the past. You know, they could, you know, connect, you know, the 2000s version and just bring it to today. And so I think that would be great. You know, cast Will Friedle again as Terry McGinnis. And yeah, you just call it a day. I think there you go. You make $1 billion right there. I would most definitely feel like that movie will make $1 billion, just because of how much fans want it, and how nostalgic that you know that character is. Oh man, I'm getting excited just thinking about it. All right, so the last thing on this list is pretty much a Bart Allen movie. So you know, since Bart Allen is pretty much part of the, you know, the Flash family, so he could pretty much come from the future and go to the present day and just meeting the Flash, Barry Allen, and he could also go to different timelines and different universes. And I think this would fit perfectly with what they did with Spider-Man to the Spider-Verse. Because why? Because they also have you know, different, you know, they had characters come from different universes as well. So I think that would be perfect. It would fit, you know, the formula that Spider-Man built. Yes, it's kind of like biting off, but this would be DC's version. And the fact that, you know, Bart Allen is, you know, he is very young, and has a lot of, you know, has a lot of character to him. I think he would be perfect for it. I think it would be entertaining. It would be comedic, and then you could also explore the Flash family as well, just meeting everyone as well. So I think this would be perfect. Bart Allen is definitely my first top choice, and then it would be Batman Beyond as becoming an animated movie. So I want to know what your guys' top 5 DC animated movie to bring onto the big screen. Let me know in the comments below. Try to find something different that I took, but if you can't help but put Batman Beyond there, I wouldn't be mad. So let me know in the comments below. Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye. What is going on, everyone? Just as a reminder, me and Rob are going to start doing a schedule for our channel. So we're going to start posting Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, and then we're going to post our viewer comments on Sunday. You're going to see our schedule right here. And yeah, so if you guys do post any comments throughout the week, or if you guys ask us a question on any of our social media platforms, we'll definitely post it on our Sunday video. So definitely look forward to that, and look forward to some more changes in the future. You guys have a good one.